last 2 days, we've gotten a little bit warm. And yeah, see, these characters will wake up and have a drink. I'm brumating them inside my garage. I'm in Canada, where usually it's -20, but yesterday was a near record high. I think it got to 17 or 19. And so I'm brumating all these characters. Got 3 smaller ones in there. Oh, won't be able to open that one because I got Susie on top, but we can hang out here. And I've been brumating. Now Susie will be my youngest brumation. Focus. Susie will be my youngest brumation, and she's, I think this is her 3rd year. I'd have to check my book. But yesterday was super hot, so we've got some activity showing and they're moving around. I don't think that's any different than nature. These tortoises are hardy. They will resolve themselves. Someone's been peeing in this water, so that's due for a change, because they do drink and they do move around a decent amount. But if it stays consistent 5 Celsius, which it has been since the majority of the time since I've tucked them in, as I keep them from 3 to 5 Celsius. I set the garage usually at 5. If the dog is in here, I put it up to 7 and then put on her heated blanket for her bed. These tortoises in the wild, there would never be perfectly consistent days like the fridge. And I think all fridges have the potential to freezing, and you'll never see me put my tortoises in the fridge, because it's just, I think that's why people think they hibernate like a bear, where they just go into snoozeville. And I don't think that's true. I think they move around. I think they would bury. I think they would take the sun when they would be given the opportunity on the strong Sundays. Not Sunday of the week, sun days, days of sun. But I sure do love these characters, and I miss them, and I can't wait for them to come back. Hiccups. I can't wait for them to come back and be inside the house for, I call that penalty box season. It's where it's spring, but like during the day it's spring, but at nighttime you have that risk of freezing. So it is quite nice to have these tortoises back in the garden. And so that's usually mid-April, early May, but you have to be careful. And I usually run a little bit supplementary heat so that they don't have any risk of frost. These, see, we've got some activity by our new boy there, Mac. Probably the first time he's ever seen a gal. And they've done a number on their water as well. I had to swap out these bins because I needed a black bin for a side story. And so these 2 here kind of got shafted with not a whole lot of room, but it doesn't appear that Mac seems to mind. People a lot of times worry about them and they go, well, they could starve to death, or they obviously can't die of thirst. And it's so cool in here that their metabolic rate has slowed. And tortoises, I think, even in the summertime, would take months to starve, in my opinion. I heard a story from a friend that had tried to put her sick MBD, rehomed, old tortoise down. She tried to put it down, the vet recommended it, yada yada. I think it was just a whole bunch of poor care practices in general. And so they went to put this tortoise down, and it took weeks for even the poison to take. So hibernation stories.